everyone, so today I actually want to do a review of the new iPhone 8 Plus. I did get the new gold color since they discontinued the rose gold, and I just want to tell you guys my thoughts.
I did have the 3GS, the 4, the 4S, the 5, the 5S, the 6, the 6S Plus, the 7 Plus, and now the 8 Plus.
So I am a good judge if I think it should be worth it to upgrade or not. I will tell you guys, depending on what model you have. I did not have the 5S, so I will shout out to the 5S. Didn't buy you. Don't think it's worth it since I had the 5. Anyways, I will tell you guys if I think the upgrade's worth it, depending on what model you have. If you want to know a little bit more about the iPhone 8 Plus, keep watching. Standard iPhone box comes in with the picture of the iPhone 8 Plus on the front, depending on what color you guys get. And then inside you have the phone, and I already took this out. Beneath it, you do get the standard wall charger, the standard headphones, and a dongle, because this does not take, again, it doesn't have the headphone jack. So you are going to be needing a dongle or an attachment to actually plug this into a regular headphone jack. Apple does have one that's headphone jack to lightning, so that way you can plug in your standard headphones if you don't have Bluetooth yet, or if you are just looking to plug an auxiliary cord in, it's gonna work perfectly and you won't have any issues with that. This is the dongle that it comes with. It's super easy to lose, so you can replace these, and I believe they're $9, but it's just standard headphone jack to lightning. And you can use that, it's auxiliary cord. You can use it in your car, you can use it with whatever headphones you already have if you haven't made the switch over to Bluetooth yet. But this is kind of what the phone looks like. Obviously, I've already been using mine, but it does have the glass back because of wireless charging. A lot of people are complaining about this glass back and saying it's breakable, but it's the same thing if you had the iPhone 4 back in the day. It's the same glass back. They actually had just switched over to the aluminum backs with the iPhone 5, so it's nothing kind of new for Apple, and it's nothing new if you did have an older iPhone back in the day. So just keeping that in mind if you think it's super breakable. But obviously you have the setup, and when you do get into it, I mean, the screen is really great. The camera is really great. I do see a difference in both the front and the back camera compared to the iPhone 7 Plus, believe it or not. And that's just because of the software that Apple is running, and it's able to actually take a little bit of a clearer picture and adjust the colors and make them a little bit more true toned than the iPhone 7 Plus. Is that worth the upgrade though from the iPhone 7 Plus? Probably not. If you're okay with the camera, it's an awesome camera on the iPhone 7 Plus. I don't think it's worth the upgrade just for the camera alone. Next is the screen display. They actually have something called True Tone Display on here. So what it does is it adjusts the screen color, the white balance, compared to the ambient light in the room. So if you're in more of a darker, deeper kind of room with more of that iridescent light, you're gonna get more of a warmer tone screen. And same thing kind of if you're in if it's a cloudy day, you're gonna get more of a blue tone screen. So that's kind of what the True Tone Display is. Otherwise, you can turn it off and then it has the exact same display as the iPhone 7 Plus. So there isn't a resolution upgrade on this. There's just an upgrade on the color palette here. I don't know if you can call it a palette, but it's just an upgrade on that. So I don't think it's worth it for that. But I will have to say, I think it's a lot easier on my eyes. I am someone who has very dry eyes, and I actually found that the screen helped with that. So I don't know if that's just me or if anyone else is having that, but I really like it for that. Otherwise, I really like this color compared to the rose gold. It's almost a nude. It's not really a pink or an overpowering gold. So for comparison, this is the rose gold MacBook, and this is the new gold iPhone. You can see that the rose gold, this is a much truer gold around the sides compared to the rose gold. This is more just a straight gold, and the rose gold is more of a pink. So that's kind of the difference in the color. Otherwise, it's not really different. And I don't think that you should make the upgrade if you do have the 7 Plus. So that's just my opinion. I did upgrade from the 7 Plus. Do I regret it? Probably not. That's just because I'm the type of person who loves to have the new iPhone. If you like to have the newest technology, I will say that since this does have the new A11 bionic chip, is what Apple's calling it, it's the faster chip, and it won't slow down. You'll have great performance if you like to play games, and the software will be very solid on this phone. So for me, the iPhone 10 was actually out of the question because I'm not the type of person to buy the first generation of anything, just because I want it to be perfect and perfected by the time I do get it. So this phone is actually very, very solid. And I know that the iPhone 10 is actually running the same processor, and you know, that might not be the issue, but that's just me. I preferred getting the 8 Plus. It's just something I'm used to. And the cool thing is you can actually use your old cases. So you don't have to upgrade everything if you do make the switch from the iPhone 7 to the iPhone 8 Plus. And kind of comparing, so I actually have 2 cases to compare. So I got the leather case, and this is in taupe, and if you're kind of like me and you don't like things to get very dirty, I don't recommend the leather case, just because iPhone calls it patina, and over time it actually will scratch and it will start to show wear and tear. Some people really like that, and some people like the fact that it gets some character over time, and I'll show you. This is the taupe color. I've had this for about a month now, and it hasn't really developed too many scratches, but it did get a little bit shinier. And the way you actually install this is you put the phone right at the top and you just squeeze it in. And the taupe color looks really great on the new nude. Well, what Apple's calling the new gold. But yeah, it looks great on here. So I do suggest this if you're looking for a color that goes with it, because Apple's line of cases don't really match the new gold. The only other color that I did see that it does match is the pink sand, which is on its way right now. So I do prefer the silicone though. I will tell you that. I think I just prefer the feeling of it, and I do have my older case, and this was for the iPhone 7 Plus, and this is the product red one. I love this case. It's a year old. If you can see, it's not really even showing anywhere, and I have makeup on all the time, and I get it all over my face, but it's just feels really nice in the hand, and it obviously doesn't, I don't like the color on this phone, but I love the red color. I think it looks awesome, and I just think it feels really nice. It feels good for people who maybe work out and don't want to get their leather case disgusting, but I just feel like it has a lot more grip than the leather. So if I could pick one of them, for me personally, I really like the silicone case, and that's probably what I would have gotten if they had the pink sand in the store. But that doesn't mean that I don't really like this case, and this case doesn't look really nice. It's definitely more in the higher end for people who probably aren't as active with our iPhone or not. That's just my suggestion. I would get the silicone if it was in the store, but I do really like this, and I pretty much only like the Apple cases. So anyways, who should be upgrading to the iPhone 8 Plus? Is it the people who have the 7 Plus or older generations? So I have actually had the 6, the 6S, and the 7. If you're looking for a larger screen, maybe you go from the 7 to the 8 Plus. I would say sure. I don't think you're going to see that much of an upgrade though. You will see an upgrade in the camera from the 7 to the 8 Plus. So, you know, if you are in the market and you're looking to get a bigger screen, then absolutely, I think it's worth the upgrade. I think if you have any generation that's, you know, the 6S and lower, it's definitely worth the upgrade given the software. It's a lot faster, and you will definitely see a difference. I think if you have the 5S as well, definitely worth the upgrade. You will definitely see a better screen, a better camera. The only people I really just don't think it's worth it to upgrade from that 7 Plus. I don't think you'll see a big difference. Honestly, I really just liked that nude color. So, you know, hey, if you're like me and you really like that nude color, why not? And you have the money, go for it. It's cheaper than the iPhone 10 and it's going to be reliable and fast and it's going to fit your old cases. But yeah, if you definitely have an iPhone 6 or a 6S, you will see a difference. You will see a difference in the screen brightness. You will see a difference in the camera. You will definitely see a difference in the processing speed. So I say absolutely, if you do have any of the 6th generation or the 5s, absolutely. If you have a 4, then anything is a better upgrade. So that's kind of my opinion. And if you have the 3GS,
that's just obsolete. Sorry.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and leave any comments down below if you have any questions or you want to see a little bit more about the phone or a little bit more in depth about the cases. More than happy to do a video. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. Thank you. Bye guys.